breaking ground.
I think this is going to put us on the map. It will be the first one of its kind in the entire not just in the United States, in the world.
Here's everything we know about the new Mattel theme park being built.
We are beyond proud and so very excited to announce that Glendale, Arizona will be the home to the country's first Mattel-themed adventure park.
This will be the first Mattel theme park in the world, and from what I've seen, it looks amazing. Located in Glendale, Arizona, in the Phoenix area, this will be located in their sports and entertainment district. This theme park's official name is Mattel Adventure Park. The last time a major theme park opened in the Phoenix area was in 1976, and that was Castles and Coasters. Back then, the population of the Phoenix metropolitan area was approximately 1.2 million people. However, the population has since exploded due to a variety of aspects, including low cost of living, a lot of job opportunities, and some other factors. The current population is 4.6 million, making Phoenix one of the fastest growing metros in the US. This new growth makes the area a great spot for a new theme park. The park was first announced back in May 2022. At that time, it was expected to open sometime in the first quarter of 2023. The park is being made in cooperation with Epic Resort Destinations LLC. Most of the park will be indoors, as it can get quite hot in Arizona in the summer. The park will feature various Mattel intellectual property that includes Barbie, Thomas the Tank, Master of the Universe, and more iconic characters.
Children can interact in a very experiential environment, and there'll be nothing like it here in the United States. It'll be their very first adventure theme park for Mattel.
2 roller coasters at the park will be themed to Hot Wheels. Both coasters are made by Chance Rides, who have a history of making family coasters such as Slime Streak at Nickelodeon's Universe at the American Dream Mall, Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom, and others. The first coaster will be a new looping coaster that will start inside and zoom outside in a series of loops and curves. It will be the same style coaster, the Hyper GTX, which is found at the Lightning Run coaster in Kentucky Kingdom. The name of this first coaster will be Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racer. The second coaster will be themed to Bone Shaker and will be more geared toward families, as it doesn't contain any loops. While the coaster vehicle might make this coaster seem more extreme of the two, it will definitely be tamer. The full name of this coaster is Hot Wheels Bone Shaker, the Ultimate Ride. It's definitely a long title. There is also a virtual experience called Hot Wheels Unleashed that guests can enjoy on some sort of screen. We're unsure at the moment. If you are enjoying this video, be sure to subscribe, as I'm making more of these videos in the future, including some parks that will blow your mind with how much money is being spent to make them. Outside, the park will feature an extensive go-kart track that looks incredible. Guests will be able to race up multiple stories as they try to gain the lead in their race. Of all the go-kart tracks I've seen, this by far takes the cake as being the coolest looking. Guests will be able to interact with Thomas the Tank and friends in the theater, and this could be what it looks like. There's supposedly some treasure hunting aspect that you can do with Thomas the Tank and friends. I'm not sure if it takes part in this room or in another one, but it's real interesting to note that it looks like after you're done interacting with Thomas the Tank and friends, this is actually where you'll board the train that goes around the park, because if you look closely, you can see where the entrance is, where guests can actually start going into and boarding the train. This will be a life-size model of Thomas the Train. This train features eyes that actually move from left to right on Thomas. An interesting fact about this train is that it will be battery operated, which is probably a must, as a portion of the ride actually starts indoors, so it makes sense that they wouldn't want fumes indoors from a traditional coal train. Another friend of Thomas that you can meet is Theodore the Tugboat, and this is a flat tugboat ride made by Zamperla, who makes also some of the other rides in this park. Judging on what I can see, I don't think that eyes of Theodore moves in this ride. Here's another image of Theodore the Tugboat. You can see the building coming up around him, but if you look behind him to the left, you can actually see what looks like a fire patrol ride. I'm pretty sure we did something similar to this at Santa's Village in New Hampshire, where you actually lift it up and you get to shoot water at various fires. And it looks like the third Zamperla ride that I know of is going to be a Samba balloon ride. Just a simple balloon ride where guests are flown up into the air and they spin around. A 9-hole mini golf area will allow guests to interact with other Mattel IPs such as Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Pictionary, and other games. Another game in the park will be Uno. The way this classic card game will be represented is through a gigantic climbing structure that will allow guests to jump on Uno cards as they race to the top. If you're a fan of Masters of the Universe, then you'll love this next attraction. Castle Grayskull will be built in the park and will feature a huge 4,500 square foot laser tag arena. Guests will battle to compete for the power of the universe. You'll probably see many adults scream after they eliminate an opponent, "I have the power!" Lastly, the park will feature the Barbie Beach House. This area of the park will contain a Barbie-themed flying theater experience that is set to take guests on a journey through underwater and outer space. It'll also contain the Dream Closet experience, where hologram technology will allow guests to curate various wardrobes. There will also be a Barbie rooftop area where guests can enjoy various pink-colored beverages as well as snacks to go along with their drink. The progress of this park looks very promising. Too often, some of these announcements end with nothing being developed. From what I can tell, the City Council and the developers are keen to get this up and running by this year. I think this park might be slightly delayed, as a lot of theme park projects that have started in the last year or two have been substantially delayed because of supply chain issues. Because of that, I think it will most likely up in the third quarter of this year versus the first quarter. The park looks incredible, and I think it will be a success as there isn't much competition in the area. If you grew up with any of the intellectual property I've talked about, then you should definitely consider a trip to this park to experience it. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe. I have so many more videos in the pipeline for this year, and I look forward to sharing them with you.